What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick and this is Full Throttle Cars. So in today's video, there might be a little bit of echo in here, so I'm gonna apologize right off the bat. It's not a very nice day outside, and I said I was going to do the 1-year ownership costs on my 2008 Acura TL Type S. So without further ado, we'll jump right into it. Alright guys, so jumping right in, I will put the numbers right here and total those all up at the end of the video, so that way you guys can see the total amount over the past year of ownership. So the first cost we're going to go over is the gas cost. So I drove about 8,945 miles over the last year. I bought the car when it was just under 83,000 miles. I don't remember the exact number that was on there right when I got it, but it's on just under 92,000 right now. And at an average of about 25 miles per gallon and averaging it at $2.50 a gallon, I come out with $894.50 in gas costs over the last year for approximately 9,000 miles. Now, I don't know exactly what the average has been over the last year. That's just an estimate that I took recently in the past month or so. Gas prices have been pretty low, but I just kind of took a little bit of an average, so I figured that was probably pretty close. So that price might be a little bit higher or a little bit lower than I have it here, and it's also going to depend on where you live. If you live in California, which is probably one of the areas in the US with the highest gas cost, it's going to obviously be more than it is here, and I live here in Ohio. But that is going to do it for the gas cost. We'll jump into now. I only have actually done one repair on this car over the last year. It was the accelerator pedal position sensor, or the throttle position sensor. So I would say, and I'll put the video up on the screen on when I did this, but it was last summer. I had an air code come up in the car and it wasn't accelerating when I was pushing down the pedal. So I did the air code and I figured out what the problem was. If you're interested in that, or you have a similar issue, or you want to know what it means, I'll leave the link in the description below to go check that out. But it ended up being that the throttle position sensor was going bad. So I bought the part and replaced it myself. It was a pretty easy install. It only took like 15 to 30 minutes at the most. But I bought that part. That part was roughly, I think it was about $230. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it was in between $220 and about $240. Just from the local auto parts store. But then again, I installed that myself, so that was only about $230. So then I've had one oil change, I believe, just one oil change over the last year. It was recently serviced, as well as it got a new battery right before I bought it. So I haven't had to do a whole lot, but my oil change, that was only $48. Alright guys, so the last expense I'm going to talk about is the most recent as well as the most expensive, and that is my new tires. So I got 4 new Pirelli P0 All Season Plus tires. Now I went with a pretty expensive brand, one of the best tires out there for my car, because I figured you don't get tires every year, you only get them like not even really every 2 years. It does depend on how much you drive them as well. But for every 3 or 4 years or 5 years that you need to replace your tires, I figured I might as well go with a pretty good brand and get an upgrade. So the 4 Pirelli tires, mounted and balanced, as well as tax and the disposal fee for, they took my old 4 tires and disposed of them. So that is going to be $632.04 for the 4 new Pirelli P0 tires. Now, of course, if you wanted to go with a cheaper brand of tires, you could definitely do that, and you'd knock probably $100, $200 off of that price. But I just decided again to go with the more expensive, better, one of the best brands out there. So that is going to do it for the video. The total amount I'll put right here, it was right around $1,800, which is actually quite a bit, but that also factors in the gas cost, which was almost $1,000 by itself. So without factoring in the gas cost, the only repair cost was right around $1,000 as well, but that is also including the 4 new Pirelli tires, which was $600 out of that cost. And so really the only maintenance and repair cost was the APP sensor as well as an oil change, which was combined right around $300. So with the tires, that's a maintenance item, but that kind of cost would be spread out over the entire life of the tires, which you wouldn't need to do every single year. So really the cost of ownership is not that high for this car. And again, it is going to depend on the miles of your car and the condition, but overall, it is a very reliable car and a very fun car to drive. So if you are considering purchasing one, I would highly recommend it. For the price of right around $10,000, there's really very few cars better than the Acura TL Type S. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to go down, drop a like, and subscribe. There will be a full 1-year review of this car coming out here within the next week. But if you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, share the channel, and we will see you in the next video.